Hey, what's happening, Nation? It's Joku. I'm still incredibly pumped up after that win today. I know you guys are too. That was a huge, huge win for us today. Kept us right in the mix of everything. Offense played awesome. The defense played pretty shitty overall, but they made the plays when we needed them to, and that ended up winning us this game. This game came down to the last play of the game. I was going crazy this game. I was so damn excited when we pulled this one out. I thought we were going to end up going into overtime, but we had a few big plays. We're going to break this whole thing down like we always do, win or lose. I'll tell you right now, it's a hell of a lot more fun after a win than sitting down here making these videos after a tough loss. So we're going to jump into this. We're going to break it all down. Let me know what you guys think. If you're in here when I'm going live, jump in the comments section. I'll definitely go back and forth with you guys. First, I want to go ahead and just take a look at the inactives for this week. It wasn't too surprising. I knew Keelan Doss or Aitman weren't going to go. It ended up being Doss. I knew Harris wasn't going to go. We're going to end up having two inactive wide receivers every game. But Trevor Davis has ended up being an extremely good return guy for us. So I really like Dwayne Harris, but the fact that Davis can jump into our offense as well, and Harris really never does, the writing might be on the wall for him at the end of the season. But I want him to stick this one out with us because I'm really like they have the extra advantage of just having like a true return specialist out there. Hudson was a no-go. We all knew that was going to happen, but our rookie did end up playing, which left Richie Incognito in his spot. And that rookie ended up playing really good again. He had a few low snaps, but his blocking was on point. Kaiser, it is what it is. He's always a scratch. Brandon Marshall, this was a big one for me. I really expected to see him out there. This was a big red flag for me. Not too sure what's going on with him. I know we licked Compton more. I told you Compton was going to end up probably starting this game for us. We played an incredible amount of nickel this game, but we're going to have to see what happens with this going forward. Josh was another scratch. He was just still banged up. And then Brandon Parker was a healthy scratch. We just really didn't need him on the line, even though our line was pretty banged up. We had our backups pretty much in place for it. So let's go ahead and jump into this. First drives always matter. I'm ready for you guys. Got everything going for you. The Lions' first drive, they came out there. We ended up holding them to it was like 3rd and 8. I was like, all right, let's see if our defense can finally get off the field. Let's see if this can be a game where our defense steps up, because I talked about it last night that I really thought our defense could step up. We've just played some incredibly hard-ass games. And then they hit Galladay, a little drag route, and he ends up busting it for like 28 yards. I was like, oh shit, here we go again. It's going to be Green Bay again. It's going to be a big shootout. And then 2 plays later, they muff a handoff. Hurst jumps on it. Raiders ball. That was huge for us. I think this is the first game all season long that we've had a turnover on the opening drive. And what do we do with it? Oh boy. We end up going right back down the field. And we end up punching it in. Josh Jacobs for a touchdown. At this point, Jacobs had 6 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown on our first opening drive of the game. This kid went off tonight. I told you he was going to go off tonight. What did happen through that drive, though, is Trent Brown ended up getting hurt. Zay Jones ended up having a pretty big catch for us. Trent Brown, he came back in for a second, but he ended up leaving again. He didn't come back for the rest of the game. But Sharp filled in for him. We'll get into that in a minute here. But that opening drive for us, we marched the field, we scored a touchdown, and Josh Jacobs showed that he came to play today. He was just resting his body the past 2 weeks. I was so damn happy to see it. Lions get the ball back. I was like, all right, let's see if we can hold them again, see if they can get another turnover, something like that. We don't. We get a big 48-yard bomb. Jones makes a crazy good catch. They get the ball on the 2. They run 2 plays. We stop them both times. Big 3rd down. Boom. We hold them. I'm like, hell yeah. Hold them to 3 points. But they don't. They go for it on 4th. They end up hitting Jones again for a touchdown in the back of the end zone. Worley ended up losing him when he was cutting through the middle of just all the chaos in the end zone. And he ended up spitting out on the other side, and Stafford ended up hitting him. So they tie it up. It's 7-7. But they didn't really march on us. They just kind of had that big play. But Stafford was building confidence, and you could tell that he was going to end up just really trying to eat apart our secondary, which he did in this game. But they made some key plays, so we hung in there. But our defense was, I mean, I was pretty down on our defense at that point. They kick off. We end up getting a pretty damn good return out of Trevor Davis. Brown comes back. Waller ends up making a huge 31-yard gain. Just perfect pass, perfect catch. Got some yards after the catch. I was super happy about that. But Brown ended up leaving again. It was 3rd and 1. What do we do on 3rd and 1? We hand it to our fullback. He only gets 1 or 2 carries a game, but it's a first down every damn time we hand it to him. So Ingold, way to be. Keep that shit up. That kid's blocking and just his ability to get 1 or 2 yards every time you need it makes me just truly love this kid. So Ingold goes for it, gets us the first. It ends up being 3rd and 7, and then they get a PI call. Ends up being first down, 3rd and 5. Super low snap. Carr ends up having to throw it away. We take a field goal. It's 10-7. We got the lead. It was okay with the drive. I knew we were going to have some problems with our rookie, but he played a damn good game. But, I mean, there was a few low snaps in this game. Carr was able to contain all of them, thankfully, so we didn't have any crazy fumbles. But it was a few missed opportunities because of that. We kick off to them. They end up having 2 holding calls on this next drive. The first one was 1st and 20. They ended up getting the first down on. The next time it was 1st and 20 again, and they fucking hit Galladay for a touchdown. Just, it was Harris and Worley. Just a complete miscommunication. And they ended up just getting burned, like completely burned. So now it's 10-14. We're losing. We get the ball back. Pull this over here real quick. Washington makes a big catch for 22 yards. Renfro makes a catch. He's playing good. We get it down. It's fourth and short. We go for it on 4th. It was Sharp. Sharp got completely burned by Flowers on this play. Carr ended up having to rush it. Incomplete to Renfro. We turn it over on downs. It's like, oh shit. Okay, here we go. This could be the start of something really bad for us. Perkins busts off a big 14-yard run. Our defense gets a penalty. You can tell that they're getting tired. They're slowly starting to crumble. They're bitching at each other nonstop on the sidelines. They're yelling at each other out on the field. It's like, damn, what is going on? And then Jones, again, they bust one out. 23 yards. He makes a big catch. Crosby ends up making a big hit on the next play. Gets called for tripping. So it gets him down to the 20. It's 1st and 10 from their 20. Stafford goes deep. And Worley jumps up, makes a one-handed pick. It should have been offensive pass interference as well, but they didn't call it. But that pick was one of the best defensive catches I've seen in a long damn time, and I was so happy it was for the Raiders. So we end up getting the turnover. That was a huge play. Now we have 2 turnovers in the first half, and I told you guys turnovers were going to be a huge part of this game. And now we need to drive. We need to make something happen. We have full momentum. It ends up being 1st and 20 because we get a holding call. And then Williams finally gets his first catch. Ends up being 3rd and 3. And then Waller busts out a 22-yard catch. Huge play for us right there. We do a running play after that, and then Williams gets called for a block in the back. So it's 1st and 20 again after that. We had so many damn 1st and 20s this game. It was crazy. But then our receiver ran into one of their linebackers, and Gruden ended up throwing the challenge flag to try to get the pass interference call. This sucked for 2 main reasons. One, because when he threw the flag, I jumped up and somehow flailed my arms to the point where I knocked one of my contacts out to be lost forever. And the other one was because I knew that we were going to lose that challenge. I don't not know why he keeps challenging that shit, especially that one, because I knew right away they weren't going to turn that one over. I was like, ah, shit, here we go. And then Williams, boom, makes a huge diving catch. Just a huge, huge diving catch. We get the ball, or it's a first down. It's 1st and 10 on the 40. There's 2:42 remaining in the half. It was Josh Jacobs rips off, what was it? How far did he go? 16-yard gain. Ends up going down to the 2-minute warning. Right after the 2 minute warning, Renfro makes a huge catch. It gets us down inside the 5. I'm celebrating. We all know what's happening at this point. It's going to be a big old dose of Josh Jacobs. Sure enough, it is. Jacobs TD. It was a 12 play, 80-yard drive. Puts us back in the lead, 17-14. There's like a minute left in the half. And at this point, Josh Jacobs, or should I start calling him the rookie of the year, has 16 carries for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. A kid is going off, like completely going off. We kick it back. Lions get the ball. There's only a little bit of time left. There's like 112 remaining in the game. Their tight end ends up getting loose on a little dump off pass. Gets them down to the 47. There's 45 seconds left. It ends up it's 3rd and 10 because we hold them twice. And what happens? For all you damn haters out there, Arden Key's ass gets in there, gets a huge, huge sack for us. Ends the half right there. They let the clock run out. We go into halftime with the lead and getting the ball back at the half. Things are looking incredibly good for us. I'm celebrating at this point. I knew we were going to win this game, so I'm super, super happy at this point. Our defense, they're making plays, but the Lions just keep marching the field on us. It kind of seems to be a trend, which I really don't think there's anything we can do about it. It's really going to come down to our defense just making these key plays because they're going to get marched on, and these other teams, I don't care who it is that we play, are going to end up putting up some points on us. So our offense just has to keep clicking like it is. And then we're about to get the ball. All we need to do right here is just get some points. Just get some points on this opening half drive. Starting the half, setting the momentum, letting them know that we're coming out. We're not quitting. We're not backing down. We have the lead. What do? We get a good return. They announce right down that Trent Brown's done for the rest of the game. And then we go 3 and out to start the half. It's 4th down. We're going to punt. Like, shit. Here we go. Boom. Fake punt. I don't think anybody in the world knew that that was about to be a fake punt. That was huge. Carrier ended up busting it for like 27 yards. It was such a ballsy move. But we end up keep marching. We go down the field. We end up trying to kick a 45-yard field goal. And he shanked it. Shanked it to the left. It is what it is, but it was no good. The Lions get the ball back. It's 3rd and 13. I'm like, all right, make them punt. We'll get the ball right back. Jones again. Jones went off today. And not ours, A. Jones. Their Jones, which sucked. He ended up getting the first down, got 15 yards on it. But we ended up holding them down to a field goal. So it's 17-17. But they ate damn near the entire 3rd quarter on that drive, which is the same shit that the Texans did to us. But the Texans ended up moving in or taking the lead, and they ended up tying it right there. It's like, all right, we have to get back down the field. We have to put some points up. So it's 3rd down. We get a big first down by Williams for 22 yards. And then Carr hits Aitman just streaking for 35 yards. Oh, man, I really thought he was going to the house on that. That was a good tackle. But we ended up getting the ball on the 5-yard line. That ended the 3rd quarter. It's 3rd and 2 on the 3-yard line. There's a penalty on each team, so they offset. Ends up being 3rd down again. Touchdown, Foster Moreau. Told you Foster was going to show back up in this game. And sure enough, there he was. It was like such a perfect ball by Carr. 24-17. We jump back out to a touchdown lead. It's the Lions' ball. They start marching down the field again. A big pass interference call on Worley. And then it's 3rd and 9. It's like, come on, defense, do something. Do something right here. Mayowa gets a huge rush. It's an incomplete pass, and they finally punt. That was the first time they punted this entire game. So they end up punting it back to us. I was like, holy shit, okay, if we could just march the ball, keep the clock moving, we're going to win this game. What do? Carr comes out, gets sacked, and they end up going 3 and out. So we end up punting the ball right back to him. That drive sucked. I I guess we really can't be pissed at it because our offense is playing so good, but to just go 3-and-out right there, we should have just kept pounding the ball, stuck Washington in back in there, and just kept grinding it out, just at least moving the clock a little bit. We did not do that. So the ball's on the 36. There's 10 minutes left in the game. We give the ball back to the Lions. Farrell ends up getting some huge pressure right here. And then incomplete pass. The next play, Hankins ends up getting massive pressure, chasing Stafford out of the pocket, almost caught his ass. Third down, big ass play by Mullins right here. Broke up the pass. We're about to force him into another punt, but no. It was offsides on Moea, but it's still third down. Worley ends up making a huge play right here. Breaks it up. Worley played a good game. I'm not sure what happened to him going into the fourth quarter. I know he came back late after halftime, so I don't know if he got injured or if he was just cramped up. But we ended up straight up just benching him going into the later round of the fourth quarter here. But we make the Lions punt again right there. So it's 1st and 10. Jacobs is at 26 carries for 118 yards right now. It's third and 3. Another low snap. Carr throws it away. 3-and-out. Again. We end up punting. Nixon ends up getting a penalty of running into the returner. So they have the ball on their own 37. There's 7:42 left in the game. And the Lions start marching. Just start marching the field on us. They end up getting the ball down to our 33. And then another big touchdown from Stafford. Ends up, I forgot who he threw that one to, but they end up bringing it back, tying the game right there. So it's 24-24. There's 5:16 left in the game. It's like, shit, it is what it is, but all we need to do is march the field. Really expect to see a big dose of Josh Jacobs. If you guys subscribe to this channel, you know that I never have a lack of faith in Derek Carr in these situations. But who steps up right here? Richard. Jalen Richard ended up owning this entire drive. He ends up making a huge 31-yard catch for, we all watched that game, of just a perfect ball from Carr. Just dropped it in over his shoulder. Defenders everywhere. He makes a huge catch. The next play, he ends up getting a big first down on a running play. Then Richard again busts out a 23-yard run. So now there's 2:30 left on the clock. Carr almost gets picked. Damn near shit my pants right there because that sucked right there. So it's a big third down, but we keep stopping the clock with either the incomplete passes. We're not just grinding the ball and just running this clock out to kick the field goal. So we keep going and going. We get the ball down to the Lions 9-yard line. Carr ends up rolling out. Keeps pushing to the left. Everybody's kind of flooding with him. I know a lot of people were like, he should have ran right. There was no chance. I mean, if you look at that, he had 3 Lions just kind of going right towards the corner right there. There was no chance he ran it. Renfro's little ass kept working, though, came all the way across the end zone. Carr hits him in the end zone. Huge touchdown. Renfro, I was so damn proud of him after that play because he never gave up on that play, and that ended up being a huge difference maker for us. That was 7 plays, 75 yards. We get into the house, 31-24, up by a touchdown. It's the Lions' ball. There's 2-minute warning, and Lawson and Mullins are our 2 starting corners. Worley's out. Cut the tape off his shoes, got his helmet off, so I don't know if he was banged up. I'm waiting to hear what happened right there. Can't imagine. I know they were marching the ball on us, but I don't think Gruden was just that pissed at him because you're not going to be pissed at Worley, who you supposedly love, and then drop Lawson in there because Lawson, played decent, but he wasn't having the best game out there. We get a big holding call on Joyner. They get the ball on the 42. There's 128 left in the game. Mullins has some great coverage. That was a huge play. Big breakup by the rookie. Harris almost gets a pick. I was like, hell yes, we're going to close this out. It's 3rd and 10. It's like, right here, just make the stop. Make the stop right here. We don't. Galladay makes a big-ass catch for 24 yards. And then the next play, there's a huge pass interference call. So they have the ball on the 8. There's 50 seconds left in the game. They run one play, then there's 30 seconds left. The ball's on the 4. It's like, oh shit. Oh, let me flip this over. So the ball's on the 4. 8 seconds left. It's 4th and 1. We get decent pressure. Stafford goes to the back of the end zone. The tight end jumps up, and who is it? The person I give more shit about on this team than anybody else, who actually played a pretty damn good game today. Carl Joseph gets up there, breaks that ball up, falls incomplete. Raiders win. Raiders win 31-24. Just a truly, truly great game for us. There were some big losses today and a few big wins that happened in the AFC. Which kind of just set the tone that made this like you have to win this game if you're going to stay in all these talks. So let's take a look at some stats here. We're going to start off just kind of looking at the Lions real quick. Stafford, 26 for 41, 406 yards and 3 touchdowns. So, I mean, he lit it up. He went out there and played a good game. We knew he was going to throw the ball, and he did it. He threw fucking all over us, but we won. So, I mean, it is what it is. We went out there and beat a truly passing offense. We have not done that yet. The rushing game combined, I mean, everybody combined, we held to under 100 yards. This McKissick kid ended up having a pretty good game. He caught a few clutch passes, too. He might end up being an answer for him since they lost their starting running back. Galladay, 4 catches, 132 yards and a touchdown. Marvin Jones, 8 catches, 126 yards and a touchdown. Their tight end, 3 catches, 56 yards. And then that little running back, man, 3 catches, 40 yards, and a touchdown. We ended up holding Amendola to a pretty lackluster game. I was really happy to see that. I really didn't think that was going to happen. I saw him being a huge factor in this game, but we took him out of it. So that was really a good play by the Raiders there. And then their defense, they didn't really do anything spectacular by any means. Trey Flowers was the one that ended up getting in there and getting that sack on Carr. But overall, no picks. We ended up playing pretty damn good. Jump over to our boys. Only thing that actually matters. Look at Derek Carr. 20 of 31, 289 yards, 2 touchdowns. He got sacked once and didn't throw any picks. He's doing exactly what Gruden wants him to do. So I know a lot of you Carr haters out there. It is what it is. In this offense, this West Coast style offense, he's only going to have probably 1 or 2 games where he ends up going for over 300 yards. I think he's going to end up seeing a few more touchdowns. I think you'll see maybe a couple 3-4 touchdown games going up in the near future. But Carr played awesome. He truly did. He's staying in the pocket. You saw in some of these passes that he made today, his confidence right now is through the roof. Josh Jacobs, 28 carries, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. Still averaging over 4 yards a carry. This kid is a beast. Just a beast. Derek Carrier had his one run on that fake punt for the 27 yards. Jalen Richard, he ended up playing a huge game for us. DeAndre Washington did not. I don't know if he was banged up. I think he got hurt early. They never said anything, but he got way less play time than he normally does. But at the same time, when you have a fully healthy Josh Jacobs out there, this is all that I want to see these guys carrying the ball and then getting involved in the passing game. So perfect display right here. Really, really love to see that. Richard, 3 catches, 56 yards. Hunter Renfrow, 6 catches, 54 yards, and a touchdown. This kid is really, really stepping up. I really hope he keeps it up. Waller, 2 catches for 52 yards. We weren't force feeding him this game. I was really happy to see it. I wish this stat line, I'll have the targets for everybody tomorrow. It usually takes another day before they get all that breakdown information out. But Waller played good, made his blocks, got a few key plays for us. So I was happy to see that. Williams, 3 catches, 48 yards. And then Foster down here, 1 catch, but it was a touchdown. That's all we really wanted out of him. Zay Jones, 3 catches, 21 yards. And then our defense, I mean, Eric Harris played pretty well. He missed that 1 pick. Whitehead continues to be a tackling machine, but look at Mullen getting up there with his 6 tackles and 1 assist. I know they kept going to him, trying to burn him, but he really didn't give anything up that was too massive this game. I really, really am starting to like this kid. Carl Joseph, 5 tackles, He had that big breakup at the end of the game. So props to you, Joseph, for finally stepping up. Compton got in there for 3 tackles. We didn't see too much of him because, like I said before, I mean, we were truly just running nickel. Farrell had a couple big plays in this game. Worley had that big ass pick for us. Moreau got banged up again. But man, Nation, I know our defense isn't perfect, but if they can just make the key plays and our offense can put up the points, we're going to keep winning some games. This was a big, big win for us. I just want to show you guys the standings real quick. We moved to 4-4. The Chargers kicked the shit out of Green Bay today. And we play them Thursday night on a short week. That's going to be a huge game. That's going to be a big, big difference maker in this AFC West. We need to win that game. And I'm pretty confident that we're going to. But if they come out and play like they played against Green Bay, and granted Green Bay wasn't playing their best football today, but the Chargers came out there and they were playing their best football because they want to get right back in the mix of all this. And they did it today. There's going to be a lot of people talking about them, especially now that their offense is back to full power. We need to watch out for them. We need to beat them on Thursday night. The Steelers ended up winning today. They moved back up to 4-4. So that sucks. I pretty much counted the Steelers out. I don't think they're going to be able to keep this little win streak going. Not with Mason Rudolph as their starting quarterback. The Browns lost. That shit kind of made me happy just because this shit's going to explode. Now's the time when it's going to happen. They just got beat by the Broncos. And then the Jaguars and the Titans ended up both losing today, which bumps us up a few spots as far as the playoff race goes. So things are looking damn good for us right now. I'm still super excited, Nation. Let me know what you guys are thinking, because leave it in the comment section. I want to hear if you guys are excited as I am, because I know, 4-4 after all the shit that we've been through to start this season, and now we're on a short week. If we can end up being 5-4 after we play the Chargers, dude, we're going to the playoffs at that point. I promise you. We're not going. I know, as a Raider fan, you are used to being, especially me, because I'm old as dirt, but you're used to being on like, oh, we won a game, and then you lose 5 games. That shit doesn't happen to us anymore. It doesn't. We might drop 1 or 2, but then we're going to win 1 or 2, and we might go on a 3 or 4 game winning streak. You're not used to it, but that shit can happen. Gruden can make that shit happen. And even when our defense tried to lose us that game today, Carr was like, oh no, hell no, not at home. You are not doing that to me again. And he went out there and he locked this down for us, and you're going to continue to see that happen. Everybody's on the same page in the Raiders organization right now, and it's been a long damn time since that has happened. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it, Nation. Let me know what you guys think. We're going to have to kind of rush through next week just because we do have the Thursday game. So we're going to be coming back with the preview video for the Chargers probably tomorrow night or Tuesday night. We're going to bust out the quick little pick video before that too. But hell yeah, Nation, Raiders. I'm so fucking pumped up right now. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that watches these videos. I have a great time making them. And as long as we keep winning, you'll see a stupid ass smile on my face every Sunday. So keep it up, Nation. Love you guys. We'll catch you next time. Everybody have a good night. We will see ya.